Hi, this is MC Shetty for a new episode of my modding tutorial series for 1.18. And in this episode, we're going to concentrate on porting to 1.18.2. And this is more work than expected. There are some big changes in 1.18.2. So let's do it. So the latest version is this one. So let's go to our build Gradle. Change this to this version. Also, we need to update parchment, and let me go to the parchment wiki. First my wiki, then this tutorial, useful links. Where is it again? Parchment wiki. So you can see this version here, but this is still the version for 1.18.A1. But there is an update where you can use that version also for 1.18.2. And to do that, you need, hold on. Yeah, you actually need to specify the source version of the mapping. It has been updated, so, and then the destination version like this. So this is the version of the mapping, and this is the version for the official mappings, so that it will use the official mappings for everything, and then use this parameter mapping for the parameters. So maybe some things will missing, but in general it should work. We also need to update GI like this. Let's put that like this. Yeah, so I checked this, the latest version. If you want to check, let me show you. But I showed it before. Dependencies. Here. So you go there. GI from mess, GI, and then you check the version 18.2. Yeah, there is even a few more recent. So let's while we're here, let's update. So 950 like that. Then we're certainly up to date to latest. Because this parchment feature that I described here needs a new library, so we need to update that. And easiest is to go to a terminal and do that. And then you wait a bit. Alright, so it's ready. We still need to refresh Gradle, because this only refreshes the dependencies so that you get the correct library. Okay, it finished. Finally, the runs again. Okay, and switch back. And now let's compile. Control F9. Yeah, so lots of things are different. If you have WorldGen and if you use tags, then yeah, you will have some work. So let's go over what we need to do. So the first errors, I will fix them as they come up. This no longer exists. It has a new name. It's called registry ops retrieve registry, like that. So that's easy. Also the constructor here is different, so we Control P. So we need a structure registry first. That actually means, okay, so we use this to get the biome registry in our constructor, but we also need a structure set registry. Something, hold on. Yeah, it's not just like that. And let's name it structure set registry. So like this, we need similar to this. Okay, so we can just use the one which is in chunk generator itself, because luckily it's protected. So we need to pass, so super, let's see what has changed. First, the structure set registry. Then, yeah, okay, so we want, you can specify here which structure sets you want to spawn in your dimension, and we want to spawn our own structure sets here. So this will become clear later, but basically what we do here, yeah, this has be defined yet. Get set like this. Let's first continue this. Okay. This can go away. And let's remove this as well. So basically, what do we do? The constructor of chunk generator has changed. So it now requires registry of structure sets, which we now give here. An optional set of structures to use in this dimension, and a biome source. I don't use these two. And this is the optional for all the sets. And this works with tags. So this is a tag that we will define later, which will describe all the structures that we want in our dimension. So it's something that people can then expand on. So this, yeah, here we have, oh yeah, okay, so we need, okay, like fix like that. And yeah, this has also changed. It's now like this. So basically, instead of a function, you make a new climate sampler, which takes various functions as a parameter. So this is density function for humidity, for temperature, and I also set it to constant. For a real dimension, you probably want to use something else. There are various functions that you can use. You can max, minimum, mult, noise. So there are various possibilities for density functions here. Okay, this has also changed. This function now returns a holder. So that's new in 1.80.2. They have a new class holder which stores references to registry objects, and usually you just have to add that. But other than that, and other than the missing tag, this should now be okay. So let's go to registration to add that tag. And let's add that. Yeah, there's some things that are wrong here as well. But basically, yeah, we make a resource location for our structure set, and then we create a new tag. So in 1.18.2, tags are not only for blocks and items, but they are for all registry objects. So it has been expanded a lot, and this is new tag key. So this is also how you should do it here. And then you specify the resource. like this. And same here. So basically this creates a tag for this registry, so for blocks, with this ID. Like that. And here we specify create a tag for the structure set registry. Later on we will make all those tags. There's still one error. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, there's one missing method. So go to the end. Control. I don't know for what this is for. It's for the debug screen. Okay, but I'm not using that, so just keep it empty. If you're interested, you can always go check what the normal one does for debug info. Yeah, it shows information about the noise. So basically you could show, that's something that will be overlaid when you press F3, I suppose. Okay, so all this is working. Let's compile again. Yeah, okay, same problem for the biome source. We also need to do registry ops. Was it retrieve? Yeah, it was retrieve. And here, okay, we need a list of holders instead of biome. So again, this holder. And get start biome. And here, hold on. Yeah, so basically, to get a holder for something, it's the best way is actually actually, let me see. What does this return? Get, yeah, this is a biome thing. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Okay. And for this, we use, I think I probably should, so instead of this code, you do get holder or throw. And I think I should actually do the same here. Get holder or throw. And resource key dot create built-in registry biome dot key. Yeah. So that we don't use the holder dot direct, but we get the biome from the biome registry. That's more proper. This is also changed to be a holder, and our biome provider is ready. All right, let's continue. Okay, so various errors here. Okay, this is a special one. This code, to port this, the easiest way to port this is to just delete it. We don't need it anymore. Delete anyway. It's all gone. Mojang has cleaned up the structure system, so we don't need these hacks anymore. This can go away. This can go away. And we actually also don't need these anymore in the access transformers to make those public. We don't need to mess with the internals anymore, so that's all gone. Okay, let's check our portal structure. A few things have changed here as well. So basically, I removed this to make things a bit easier. So let's do that as well. We are going to do this another way to make things easier. We can check if we are in the overworld by checking if the chunk generator is an instance of mysterious chunk generator. If it is, then we are not in the overworld. But that's how I'm going to do it. And this has changed a lot. We don't need a hack anymore. We can just do this actually here, like that. So basically jigsaw placement, add pieces or context, this constructor or position, false, and if we are in the overworld or not. False is for fit to terrain, I think. No, they're not proper parameters, but you can check if you follow this parameter, Control F3, see where it goes. It's to this. It's this boolean. Yeah, it's a bit hard, but it's probably to follow the noise structure. All this can go away. So that's a lot easier. Same for this structure. Basically, where is it? Yeah. Let's just replace all of this. So basically just get the middle position and just add this like this. And let's make it like that. So that's a lot easier. But you also notice a few things that we used to do here. So, yeah, that's the wrong diff. I actually need to see this. So, this pool and so on, that has to go somewhere else. We don't specify the pool anymore. So where does this happen? Also, there's still an error. Okay, now it's okay. This is now done in JSON. So let's go here. So the structures this hasn't changed. That remains the same. But there are two new directories which go directly into WorldGen. Configure structure, and here you see the configuration for this structure. If there is a thing like this, then that means that this specifies a tag. So we will make a new tag which says which biomes match with should have our structure. So that's what we do here. And here are the spawn overrides, which we used to do differently before. Same for here, this is even simpler. And structure sets defines our structure and how it is placed in the world with the spacing, the salt, the separation. So that's something we used to do in code. So if you have these, you're almost okay. We still need to define the tag for this. We'll do that in a moment. That's basically it. Also another thing that's very important. I think it's here. Yeah. This is also now a tag, so you need to add this or it will not work. Simple thing, but it's important. Before we continue with the structures and the tags, let's do the ORs, because there's some errors there too. This is again the holder change. Yeah, and to get the actual biome out of a holder, you do dot value. So that's pretty easy. I think we're still going to do the OR generation like this. It's possible that it's not that is also doable with JSON, but I haven't actually checked. But that's okay. We can keep it like this so that you get an idea of this as well. Okay, so this here has changed a bit. Instead of doing like this, you need to do configured feature, feature.or, like that. Very simple. Like that. We're almost there. All right. Okay, so there's still an error there. For this, we basically have to make a holder. Direct feature. And then the placement modifiers like that. What am I missing? This has to go away. All right, what I'm missing is that this actually now returns a holder as well. So it's to return it wrong. And these all have to be holders. And it's working. So this is simply, this hasn't changed that much. It's simply a bit different. Let's build again, see if there are any errors. Yeah, okay, so we're not now going to have only one portal. So keep in mind, this is important. By doing this, you will make your worlds incompatible. So I chose to do this to refactor it to make it better. But if you have a real mod that's used in production, you probably should keep these two, because otherwise you have problems in generated worlds. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I just want to do that. Okay, but since this is just a tutorial and I want to show you the best way, I'm going to do it like this. So we have just one portal which detects if it's in the correct dimension to control the placement. Yeah, this is also something that if you go check this out, we actually need this one, but it's private. This is something that Forge hasn't patched yet. So instead, we will just be using this because we can't access the method itself. And we do it like this. That's exactly the same. It's just a bit more less convenient. If that ever changes back, you can put the has back like before. Okay, so it compiles, but we're not done yet. Basically, we need to generate new tags. So for that, first we need biome tags. Let me copy that. So we need to declare two new tags. Let's put them here. So basically tag key biome. Let's put those here, all the tags. Basically for biome registry. So this tag will represent all biomes where the portal can spawn, and this tag will represent all biomes where the thief then can spawn. And here we iterate over all biomes, and because we want to spawn them everywhere, and we generate this. So we extend tag provider biome. Like that. We also need to make our structure tags. like that. So it's extend tag provider structure set. This is how you get to the superconstructor. And for our mysterious dimension structure set tag that we created, we say that in the mysterious sorry, in the mysterious dimension we need a portal and thief10 structures. You don't have to do that for the overworld because that's automatic by doing this. But you need it for our custom dimension. And you do it like this. Then run data, which will generate a few things. I probably need to restart IntelliJ. Hold on. All right, now it's working. Just quitting IntelliJ and starting it again. Fixed it. Sometimes that happens when you do big refactors and too much like that. You can get IntelliJ can get confused. All right, so it finished. Let's check generated. There should be nothing changed here, but there will be world gen by structure set here. So here you see all the biomes where our structures can spawn, and here you see all the structures that are needed in our dimension. So these are tags. So we add them here. Okay, and yeah, let's actually just to be sure add these directories that we sure we don't miss anything. So let's start and see if it works. Let's first see what happens if we load our previously created world. As I said, the worlds will not be compatible, so there will probably be a problem. Let's see how that works. So you can make sure, of course, that it is compatible. I just chose not to do that. Yeah, errors, but that seems to be something else. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, no value present. So it's even incompatible enough. Let's make a new one, see if that works to be sure. Yeah, proceed, that's okay. So it's completely incompatible. You can't make data fixers, but that's I'm not sure exactly how those work. With data fixers, you can actually make sure that your old world converts to a new one. So that's probably possible to do for these structures. But in general, you don't have to make worlds incompatible. It just depends. Okay, let's see. Yeah, our structures work. At least this one does. And our mob is there. That's good. Let's see if we can find a portal. And we're directly there. Let's check our dimension. And it also has our two structures. And these are above ground, and in the overworld they were underground. So everything seems to be working. So yeah, lots has changed. Also, one important thing, if you use tags, which is very likely, or worldgen, your mod will not be compatible with 1.18.1. So that's an unfortunate consequence of Mojang doing lots of changes for a minor update. But that's how it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Please ask questions if you have any in the comments, and see you next time. Bye bye.